Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the channel to talk about some NBA. We have a lot of stuff to talk about here, so let's get into it. So, Reggie Miller, his East reserves, he had Jalen Brunson, Tyrese Maxey, Derek White, Donovan Mitchell, Bam Adebayo, Paolo Banchero, and Jaylen Brown. And he leaves Trae Young off his All-Star ballot. How in the world is Derek White an All-Star? He's really cooled off. Like, he's still playing good, but he's not playing that good like he was early in the season. Derek White over Trae Young is crazy. This Trae Young hate is ridiculous. He's the most disrespected player this year for no reason. And Reggie Miller said this about Derek White, and quote, "I'll be surprised if he's not on the All-Star team. At some point, you got to reward winning." And quote, Reggie Miller on Derek White. Which, in my opinion, it's kind of crazy, because since when does winning matter about the All-Star game? He just doesn't deserve it. What happened to just being an elite role player? Like, he just doesn't deserve it. I think Trae Young would deserve it more. Like, at what point does winning matter? I just don't think he's nowhere near All-Star level. Will never be. He's a 4th to 5th option on a championship team. I mean, I just think it's Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and the other players that contribute more. At best, he's a 4th or 5th option. To me, it's Derek White. I think Trae Young has had a better season. Derek White started off hot, but Trae Young, he started off slow, but he pretty fast stepped up his game. So, that's my opinion on Derek White. I mean, I get why you say he deserves to be an All-Star, but Derek White in the All-Star game would be like, what the hell's a polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas? LeBron James is the team captain for the All-Star game this year. I mean, I swear, he's literally on this like every time. Every year he's like the captain, it feels like. I swear. It's now 20 All-Star appearances for LeBron, which is crazy. 20 All-Star appearances. So your East All-Star starters are Tyrese Halliburton, Damian Lillard, Jason Tatum, Joel Embiid, and the Eastern Conference captain Giannis Antetokounmpo. So those are your East starters. How the hell is Damian Lillard a starter? Like, I don't get it. I really don't. I like Dame, but I can't lie. I would have went with Brunson or even Donovan Mitchell over him. Like, Dame, he just hasn't had that efficient of a year. Like, I thought Brunson really got robbed. I think he's been a better player this year, just more efficient overall. But for the Western Conference, your front court is KD, LeBron, Jokic, Luka, and SGA. Curry's a reserve. Yeah, let's talk about now let's get to some real news. Per report, the Detroit Pistons are not actively shopping Bojan Bogdanovic or Alec Burks. Some valuable assets they can trade and build the future. You could have some valuable assets that you can trade and build the future, but hey, let's hang on to them just to keep losing. I mean, yeah, you can't undervalue a solid vet on a young team to teach them how to lead, how to be professional, or at least lead by example. But when your team is not this good, you have to do something. Like, build for your future. I'm sure Bogdanovic can have some trade value from a contender. Just let him go to a contender. Like, you guys are toast, Detroit. Let Bojan play for a contender. Just don't waste his time over there. So, Giannis Antetokounmpo, he says he loved Adrian Griffin. I don't know about that. You kind of got him fired, buddy. And quote, I love the guy. I invited him to my wedding, talked with him, and was coached by him. We did very, very, very well. Giannis got 2 coaches fired in a year, but since he loves Oreos, he'll get swept under the rug. I mean, Budenholzer kind of deserved to be fired. Maybe it wasn't on Giannis, it was a front office decision, but they literally won the fucking championship in 2021. Yeah, it was probably Giannis. But they were literally doing the fucking... they were literally doing this the day later, like during pregame. I think Giannis is lying. Capping to the press is crazy. The Pistons and Bulls have discussed a trade centered around Zach LaVine per J.L. Edwards III. The Bulls would like a return of Bojan Bogdanovic and one of Cade Cunningham / Sawyer Thompson / Jane Ivey / Jalen Duren. LaVine for Cunningham. What are the Bulls smoking, ladies and gentlemen? If Detroit has any version of this trade, they should be stripped of their team and given to the Seattle Supersonics. Bring them back. Because why the hell would you do this trade? Like one of your young guards or Jalen Duren for Zach LaVine, who ain't going to help you in the slightest. The Knicks are considered the favorites to acquire Thanasis Antetokounmpo should the Milwaukee Bucks decide to trade him per at Bovada official. The Knicks at plus 150, the Nets at plus 250, the Wizards, Clippers, Blazers, and Jazz at all plus 550. Why would somebody give up their assets for basically a cheerleader? If you're betting on this, then you need help. Sorry. Shaq states he would prefer to play with Damian Lillard than Steph Curry during clutch situations because he believes Lillard is a better standstill shooter. Which I think is kind of crazy. I don't know how Curry can't be clutch, and he literally leads the stats in clutch this season. I mean, just stating the facts. Just a rare Shaquille O'Neal, ladies and gentlemen. So Shaq, he says Bobo can do everything Wemby can, but even better. Bobo, it's just lazy as fuck. I don't know why do we keep talking about Bobo in 2024? Comparing Bobo to Wemby in 2024 is crazy. Like, is the man retarded? He can't do everything Wemby can do. Dude's too lazy, and he's just not. He's just not a good ball player. I mean, it's as simple as that. He's just not a good ball player. So, the Blazers protested the loss after a wild finish against the Thunder where Chauncey Billups thought he got a timeout before there was a double dribble call, got 2 technicals, got ejected, and they protested the game. And ESPN sources, the Portland Trailblazers are letting lapse the 48-hour deadline to file protest over Tuesday's loss to Oklahoma City Thunder, confident that they communicated their frustration to league office about the final moments of the game. They realize they're supposed to be tanking anyways. They're not admitting they're wrong. The NBA isn't going to do that. I mean, simple as that. So, after practicing with Brooklyn Nets G League team this weekend, there's optimism that Ben Simmons could return as soon as Monday versus Utah Jazz. Sources tell ESPN. Simmons has been out with a lower back nerve impingement since November 6th. Ben Simmons preparing to return from injury every year just to get injured again. He's gonna get injured again. He's just not a good player. I mean, I don't know why people keep talking like, oh, he can be a good player. He's not. He's never going to be any good. Like, he stole enough money from that team. And also, he's just not good. I mean, it's simple as that. There's optimism, but... some breaking news from the organization of the Wizards today. Wes Unseld Jr. is out. And will be... And, moved to the front office, and they will be promoting their top assistant Brian Keefe to interim head coach for the rest of the season. Sources tell ESPN who will move Wes Unseld Jr. move to a full front office role, and the Wizards will do a full off-season search for a new head coach. It's about a week to be an NBA coach. So many coaches are getting fired. Well, he's still in the front office though, so they're keeping him for the rest of the year though. One high-level assistant coach available and under consideration to rejoin Doc Rivers in Milwaukee is Dave Joerger. Source tells ESPN he's a former head coach with Memphis and Sacramento. He spent 3 seasons with Rivers in Philadelphia. He's just hiring everybody he lost with. I don't know if Giannis and them will be able to save Doc Rivers. I just don't know if Doc Rivers will be able to save that team. But yeah, it's really all for the NBA here. And if there's we'll see if there's anything from Shams Charania. Doc Rivers is signing a contract through the 2026-27 season, worth a range of $40 million to be the Bucks head coach. Milwaukee's paying out former coaches Mike Budenholzer and Adrian Griffin, and now Rivers for the next 3.5 years. Man, this is wild. They're literally paying 3 coaches, but $40 million, man. Doc Rivers absolutely robbed them. That's really all I have to say for this NBA news. So until next time, peace.